what business should you start in 2024 and what businesses should you avoid? The businesses I would avoid starting are ones that are highly competitive and low demand. Let's get specific. So any e-commerce and dropshipping, I think, is completely saturated right now. The last 5 years has just gone from Amazon being this marketplace of just specific things to buying out local companies who sell products to just list them and own them on Amazon. I've seen guys go around buying bike shops and things like that just so they can list the bikes on Amazon instead, rather than having the local business. And then obviously with the rise of Alibaba and AliExpress, obviously dropshipping has become a huge thing, but is that really a good long-term business model? I don't think so. The 80-20 principle in success for dropshipping is if you're first to market with a specific product so that you can come higher up in the search engines on Amazon, get the purchases, get the high reviews, and then stay as a bestseller on Amazon. That way you can dominate that niche. It's very hard to come in and then get as good as somebody's already established, because you have to match the number of good positive reviews. You're in the commodity business. You want to do something that's different. You want to be as far away from the commodity business as possible, because when you're in that, people know exactly what expectations they have for that product. They know what to expect on what it's going to do, the lifetime value of the product, how much it's going to cost. They kind of have a good understanding already of what that commodity is. And also, people don't understand that the skills you have to learn to make dropshipping a success, there's a lot. You have to understand how to build a website, maybe a Shopify page, an e-commerce platform, and then you have to understand advertising, you have to build landing pages, you have to understand conversion rate optimization for those pages, copywriting, influence. You have to have some good photography. You got to get reviews. You got to have a lot of processes in place in order to make dropshipping work. So dropshipping is something I'd avoid for 2024 for sure. Other things are anything that's going to be replaced by AI very shortly. So I wouldn't start a social media agency. I think social media marketing is on its way out, especially when people are creating content using AI tools. I don't think there's going to be a need for a whole agency with a videographer and things like that anymore. I wouldn't start a web design agency. I also think they're on their way out. A lot of people are using software to build websites using artificial intelligence, and it's building the website in like a few hours. And although it's not as good as a custom made website, you know, something built on WordPress that you can rank in the search engines, that's even going to change too. Google's Gemini is changing the way search results come up now too. The whole world of SEO is going to change. So the infrastructure in which SEO is founded on, which is effectively WordPress and Squarespace websites, is going to change. So the question is then, what would I start? I would go back to traditional businesses, and I would look for traditional local businesses that have been in business for 20, 30 years. The business owner is usually a boomer of some kind. They're looking to get out of their business. They want to retire. They want to sell all their assets, and they want to have a nice retirement in the sunset. So I would look at buying a traditional business, such as like a dentist or a chiropractor's office or a hair salon, a laundromats, things like that. Traditional brick and mortar businesses. Buy them out for the typical rules of 10x, 12x multiples. And then I would run those businesses for the next 20, 30 years, because I think those services are still going to be required. I think you still need people to operate things like teeth cleaning, chiropractic work, things that require kind of human intervention. I think those are the real lifelong businesses for the time being that you can actually get away with. And you know there's already a need. The best thing about it is you know that that person's been in business for a long time. You know that their operations are pretty good. You know the business is very healthy. You know the marketplace is obviously changed, but it's still pretty good. You've got a healthy business that's been around a long time. You know it's not just going to go anywhere overnight. So that would be my best advice. Stay away from all the technological based businesses that have provided a lot of freedom for entrepreneurs in the last few years, and go back to traditional brick and mortar businesses and apply modern marketing technologies to those brick and mortar businesses.